What up, world? Man, movie talk. First movie talk of the year. Y'all know how this goes, man. I pick an actor, I pick a director from the month, from the release schedule that month. I see that movie, and then I talk about my 10 favorite, or in this case, my favorite movies that said person has done. You watching the video, so you know it's Michael Mann, the director of Manhunter in the 80s, the original Hannibal Lecter movie, Last of the Mohicans, Heat, The Insider, Collateral, Ali, Miami Vice, Public Enemies. And this month, Black Hat came out, starring Chris Hemsworth, hacker, computers, um, Asian money. You see my review, man. Shitty script, disappointment for Michael Mann and Chris Hemsworth. So it's not on my list. And disclaimer, I haven't seen The Last of the Mohicans since I was like 6 years old. I don't remember it, and I was too young at the time to even know what it was about. I will revisit it though. I'll probably even buy it. I got 6 movies, and because look, this video was either gonna be between Johnny Depp or Michael Mann, and I was making a list of Johnny Depp movies. I was thinking I've seen a lot of Johnny Depp movies, but I don't like a lot of Johnny Depp movies. We gonna jump into Michael Mann, my Michael Mann list. At number 6, I got The Insider. Nominations out the ass. True Story. Big Tobacco. Whistleblower. Al Pacino. Russell Crowe. Russell Crowe is a scientist that works for a big tobacco company. All of this shit happened in the like early to mid '90s, and the movie came out in the late '90s. Like I said, Russell Crowe's a scientist. He gets let go. He he's just minding his business. And Al Pacino works for 60 Minutes, and he's working on one story, and he gets put into the path of Russell Crowe. They intersect lives, and they get talking about this tobacco situation. Um, Al Pacino basically convinces him to spill the beans on everything, how the big tobacco companies were bullshitting in some trial or something when they said that they didn't think that cigarette usage had a lot of health effects or whatever. And it goes on from there, man. I'm not gonna spoil it, man. The acting is dope. Russell Crowe deserved his nomination. This was a year before Gladiator came out. So like Russell Crowe's star was still on the rise, honestly. The direction is good. It's long as fuck, and it's like it's story. Um, his family starts getting death threats. Like his personal Russell Crowe personal life gets really affected, and like if you a journalist, if you a professional at all, man, your word is your bond. So in a not so Tony Montana way, Al Pacino was like, I've worked my whole career and I've always kept my word. And then 60 Minutes or CBS wanted to try to like muzzle the story, and that's when Al Pacino life started getting affected. But the way he handled it was so gangster in a not so Tony Montana way. At number 5, I'll probably catch some hate for this, but it's my list. At number 5, I got Miami Vice. Michael Mann had like major impact on the TV show, and from what I understand, on either on the set of Ali or on the set of Collateral, Jamie Foxx was talking to Michael Mann about doing a Miami Vice movie. And then after he won the Oscar for Ray, I'm just going off what I read. I don't know how true it is. I heard that Jamie Foxx just become like super difficult to be around for a little duration of his career, and Miami Vice was heavily affected by that shit. The boats, the exoticness. I thought Colin Farrell and Jamie Foxx were dope as Crockett and Tubbs. Naomi Harris is in it. If I'm not mistaken, you might even see some Naomi Harris titty. Obviously, it takes place in Miami. I love the look of the movie. The action, like the shootouts, like it was dope. I really enjoyed Miami Vice. I don't care what nobody else say about it. At 4, I got Ali. Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Cassius Clay, some of y'all might know him by. Yo, like Will Smith became Muhammad Ali. Um, like Will Smith, like he was like I wouldn't say Will Smith was small or scrawny or anything, but Will Smith been swole as fuck ever since this movie came out. Um, I don't know how big he was in Men in Black 2, but it's real noticeable in Bad Boys 2, and then I Robot. Um, he even might be pretty big in Hitch, but just the come up, man, the come up of Muhammad Ali, his career, he talks shit, all the girls that he went through, um, draft dodging, like all of the things this movie covered, and then his back and forth with Howard Cosell, played by John Voight, unrecognizable. This is one of Will Smith and Michael Mann most underrated movies. At number 3, I got Public Enemies. Johnny Depp, Christian Bale, Marion Cotillard. I'm from Indiana, so I'm biased on how high this is on my list. John Dillinger is played by Johnny Depp. He's from Indiana. They make a little crack about Indiana. They gonna send him to like Crown Hill Prison or some shit, and he just says, "Now, why in the hell would I want to go back to Indiana?" Just him and his crew, man. Like Channing Tatum is in this movie. Stephen Graham from Boardwalk Empire is in this movie, and like Christian Bale like was coming off The Dark Knight, and his star wasn't as high as Johnny Depp's at the time, but like he holds his own as Melvin Purvis, the cop that's trying to capture Dillinger. Man, who else is in this movie, man? Um, I think Jason Clarke might be in this movie. Don't quote me on that one. I know Carey Mulligan is in this movie. Just a lot of people play like the side gangsters. Like I said before, man, like this movie was gonna either be on the Johnny Depp list or on the Michael Mann list, and I landed on Michael Mann, and this might have been higher on the Johnny Depp list, honestly, man, because like I think Blow is my favorite, then this, then Donnie Brasco, but Donnie Brasco could be 2, and this could be 3. So this could have been number 3 on whatever list you was gonna watch this month. Like, this movie has its flaws, but I love it. If I was to go back and like do a favorite movies of 2009 list, I just might have fucked around and put Public Enemy's top 5 or even top 3. Let's get into the top 2. I don't understand how these wouldn't be people's 1 or 2, 2 or 1. My number 2 is Collateral. This was probably my favorite Tom Cruise movie. If I was to do it, like when Mission Impossible 5 come out, I might do Tom Cruise, and I'll figure out my favorite Tom Cruise movies. But you've never seen Tom Cruise in a role like this, like the salt and pepper hair. He's just fucking going around. He basically got Jamie Foxx as a taxi driver, held hostage, and he's a hitman. And Jamie Foxx drives him all night, location to location, just pew, pew, taking people out. Even the part where they about to rob Jamie Foxx taxi. Tom Cruise come out, bang, bang, bang. You know what I'm saying? Two to the stomach, 1 to the head, man. That's like trained killer shit. Like Jamie Foxx performance was dope. Tom Cruise performance was dope. It takes place all at night, which was dope. Mark Ruffalo in 2004, like everybody, like Mark Ruffalo today, you're gonna be like, oh, Foxcatcher, oh, he's the Hulk, oh, the normal heart, yo, but like Mark Ruffalo killed it as the cop pursuing Tom Cruise in this movie. And there's a blink and you miss it Jason Statham cameo, if you even want to call it a cameo. Like I love this movie. This is go back to last May. This was pretty high on my Jamie Foxx list. So number 1, if you haven't figured it out by now, is Heat. What do I have to say about Heat, man? One of the most influential crime, cops and robber movies of the heist movies of the past 20 years, man. Al Pacino is the good guy. Robert De Niro is the bad guy. Val Kilmer is in this movie. He's a beast. Ashley Judd is in this. Natalie Portman is in this. Michael T. Williamson, Danny Trejo, Jeremy Piven. This cast is massive. The bank robbery at the very beginning of The Dark Knight has Heat written all over it. The Dark Knight's my favorite movie of all time. That's how influential this shit is. The diner scene with Pacino and De Niro sitting together. I heard a urban legend of some sort that said that they didn't film it together, but I don't think that shit's true because I've heard other stories confirming that they were sitting across from each other and that they didn't rehearse that shit. So like all the reactions and shit would be natural. Um, I love Heat, man. I love the performances. I love the direction. Um, and Heat itself, I feel like is extremely underrated, which is a fucking crime. That's my favorite Michael Mann movies. Y'all notice Black Hat didn't make it because, like I said again at the beginning of the video, Black Hat was trash. Not Michael Mann's fault though. At least I don't feel like it was Michael Mann's fault. Um, tell me your favorite Michael Mann movies. Um, especially if you've seen Last of the Mohicans, man. Convince me why I need to see that shit, even though I said I'm going to. February. I already know who I'm going to do for February. Focus comes out. I'm going to do Will Smith. So y'all might hear me talk about Ali again. I apologize in advance. I'll make it fast when I talk about that shit. Um, but I have an idea that starting in March for the foreseeable months after that, I'm gonna do lists, man, like my top 10 action movies, my top 10 superhero movies, my top 10 comedies, my top 10 slasher movies, my top 10 gangster movies, my top 10 hood movies. Um so yeah, like I'm gonna take a break from like no matter who comes out, I'm gonna take a break from actors for a little bit. And my top 10 musicians in movies, athletes in movies, man, I don't know. I don't have a concrete list ready to go for March. So it'll like I've been dropping these videos around the end of every month. So around the end of March, I'll end up I'll end up talking about whatever I decide to talk about. Likely action. But we'll see. Y'all know where I always be cuz that's where I always be, whatever social media. I hope y'all enjoying the reviews. Can't wait to get to February, man, because January has been a pain, man. Um, as far as reviews, I got a Mordecai review I just posted, and then like I said, I want to see Project Almanac next week, and I saw a post on Instagram that bugged me, and it was talking about next week's movies. It said The Loft and Project Michael Bay. Just because Michael Bay produced some shit, stop shitting on the movie. Michael Bay producing, he threw some ideas in and tossed a little bit of money into that motherfucker. He didn't direct. Just because Michael Bay produced some shit, stop shitting on it, man. I ain't gonna rant no more than that little tidbit because I have become mad annoyed at rants over the past couple months. It's because of one show I watch and one individual who run off on a tangent on the same shit. But I don't talk too much. So, peace.